moment that marks a new historical milestone. In international military relations, Ukraine officially received its first shipment of main battle tanks, M1A1 Abrams from Australia. A total of 49 units of these tanks will reinforce Ukraine's front lines in its battle against Russian aggression that has been ongoing for over 3 years. The symbolic handover took place at the Odessa military port, where a convoy of desert-colored armored vehicles was unloaded from a transport ship owned by the Australian Navy. The port's booming sounds mingled with the cheers of Ukrainian soldiers who welcomed the war machines like the arrival of old friends on the battlefield. This shipment is a tangible manifestation of the strategic alliance between Ukraine and Australia, which was previously better known as economic partners in the Indo-Pacific region. Now, Australia's role has drastically changed as one of the main supporters of Ukraine's defense from the southern region. The tanks deployed to Ukraine as part of Australia's commitment of over 2 billion Australian dollars include the delivery of combat vehicles, 120mm ammunition, spare parts, as well as a 6-month crew training package. In an official press conference, President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that the delivery of Abrams tanks is real evidence that the free world stands firmly on the side of Ukraine. He emphasized, "Every piece of Abrams steel moving on our steppe is a symbol of freedom, not just strength." The M1A1 Abrams sent to Ukraine is an upgraded version that has been modified to meet the needs of modern warfare. Equipped with active protection systems, mine detection, and NATO communication devices, compatible with the Ukrainian combat networks. Weighing nearly 62 tons, the Honeywell AGT-1500 gas turbine engine used in Abrams can propel this vehicle to speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour, with exceptional agility across various terrains, from snowy plains to urban areas. However, one of Abrams' flagship features is the 120mm M256 smoothbore cannon, which is capable of penetrating modern Russian tanks, including the T-90M, similar to the US Abrams, which has been test-fired in the battlefield of Ukraine, previously used by frontline combat troops. The arrival of Abrams from Australia adds to the long list of Western combat systems that Ukraine has already received, such as the Leopard 2 S6 from Germany, Challenger 2 from the UK, as well as various HIMARS and NASAMS systems from the United States. Behind this shipment, Australia is showing a significant transformation in its defense policy. As a country that is geographically distant from European conflicts, Canberra is now positioning itself as an active global actor in defense of democratic values. In this case, analysts agree that Abrams offers advantages similar to other advanced combat vehicles, as it has superior firepower, exclusive composite armor, and high resistance to common landmine explosions found in the Donbas and Zaporizhia regions. The Australian Minister of Defence, Richard Marles, stated that the decision to send Abrams to Ukraine was made not for strategic gain, but for moral commitment. He referred to Ukraine as a fortress of democracy that must be defended together. The response from Russia was also swift. The Kremlin referred to this shipment as a major escalation and warned that it will respond with military technical measures that have not been used before. The arrival of 49 Abrams units to Ukraine also serves as an implicit message that the Western coalition will not retreat in the face of Russian military expansion. This is not just assistance, but a strategic reinforcement for the long term. With the presence of Abrams tanks, Ukraine now has a combination of high mobility, exceptional protection, and striking power that can reverse the dynamics of battle in the eastern and southern regions of the country. Not only that, Abrams will also be used as a key component in joint operations alongside attack drones, air forces, and satellite intelligence, creating a highly coordinated combat advantage. In addition, in NATO's internal report, the Abrams is referred to as the new center of gravity in Ukraine's offensive strategy. This tank will serve not only as a frontline protector, but also as the main striker in deep counterattacks. The Ukrainian government is also starting to plan the integration scheme for Abrams within the framework of the long-term defense doctrine post-war. Abrams will become the new standard for armored combat vehicles in Ukraine. Economists estimate that the presence of Abrams in Ukraine will trigger an increase in the domestic defense industry, particularly in the production of ammunition, JP-8 fuel, and other supporting logistics equipment. Support from Australia is seen as evidence that global powers are now united not just in rhetoric, but in real action on the battlefield, strengthening Ukraine's position on the international stage. Meanwhile, for the people of Ukraine, Abrams is not just a tank. It is armored hope, a promise from a friendly nation, and a symbol that freedom is never truly alone in a caring world. And now, on the snow-covered and frozen ground front line, the wheels of Abrams begin to turn. The combat machine from the southern part of this world is ready to carve a new chapter in Ukraine's history. A chapter where resilience, courage, and international solidarity unite in the roar of machines, with freedom becoming the victory.